Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamsters. Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamsters are the most popular of the dwarf hamsters kept as pets and are sociable, so are best kept in pairs or groups provided they are introduced at a young age. Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamsters are more common than dwarf winter white Russian hamsters, with Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamsters often seen in pet shops in many countries today. The Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamster originates from semi-desert areas and is approximately 10 to 12 centimeters in length when full-grown, with males being larger than females. The Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamster inhabits the steppes and semi-deserts of Central Asia. The Altai Mountains, Tuvinskaya Autonomous Region, Tuva, Transbaikalia, Mongolia, Nei Mongol, Inner Mongolia, and the adjacent parts of Heilungkiang and Hebei provinces of northeastern China, where it lives in sand dunes. The Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamster has a plump rounded body and expandable cheek pouches. Russian hamsters have furry feet and are sometimes referred to as the furry or hairy-footed hamster. The Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamster is sociable and will live with others of its own kind in single or mixed sex groups, provided that hamsters are introduced at a young age. The Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamster is nocturnal but can be quite active for short periods during the day. The average lifespan of the Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamster is 1.5 to 2 years, although they can live longer. Both the Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamster and the Dwarf Winter White Russian Hamster are sometimes labeled as Jungarian hamsters. The Russians themselves refer to the Dwarf Winter White Russian Hamster as the Jungarian, but American scientists refer to the Campbells as the Jungarian. It is, however, a very misleading name, as neither species of Russian hamster actually inhabit the area of Jungaria. The Dwarf Winter White Russian Hamster is also known as the Siberian hamster, but pet shops sometimes label the Campbells Russian Hamster as the Siberian. As the Dwarf Campbells Russian Hamster and the Dwarf Winter White Russian Hamster can interbreed, hybrid Russian hamsters can also appear in pet shops. As a responsible hamster owner, make sure that you have pet insurance in case your hamster needs an operation. Simple Google the best pet insurance companies and compare the various premiums. If you look, you'll find a pet insurance plan you can afford. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you love hamsters.